Me gusta esto. El juego está en audio en inglés, pero subtítulo en español. Era lo que yo quería.
Ok, fino, está brutal.
Me gusta. Me agrada. Era justo lo que quería porque quería quedarme con el Sir. El diablo, mijo, pero...
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts.
Nuestro primer día en
Now, in
Hogwarts.
light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
Los teams.
OWLs. Owls.
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Marico, la vieja Weasley es muy pro.
Es que, o sea, lo poco que le he visto, la siento que es McGonagall. Así, o sea, es...
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Lol.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean? It will
Tanto
keep
por
track
manejar el
of what you learn?
batimóvil. Eso es lo que más amo de este juego.
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
This way.
¿Sabes qué me da mucha risa? Que
I
la
certainly
profesora
would have
Weasley
appreciated
estaba
something
que,
like a
que
field guide when I was
súper
a-
británica y después sale ahí que si un NPC, this way. Dice que es por aquí, mi loco, por aquí, ¿qué?
Era lo que yo te estaba diciendo. Hay unas cosas que son muy poco británicas de su parte.
Sí. Que bueno, sí, esto es súper británico. Y esto, bueno, mi loco, esto fue lo que salió.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up.
Ok, al parecer tenemos un libro
Why
que
don't
guarda
you
los
cast
hechizos y nos
Revelio
cuenta
on
la
that
historia.
statue and see what details
Revelio.
the field guide can provide.
Estatua de Kelpie. Esta estatua muestra un Kelpie, un demonio de agua que cambia de forma nativo de Irlanda y Gran Bretaña, que suele tomar la forma de un caballo con una larga crin. El Kelpie más grande reportado es el monstruo del lago Ness en Escocia. ¿What?
O sea, el nombre de Kelpie ya lo había escuchado, pero no lo asociaba con nada cercano así.
Desbloqueaste
Que me digas que el
personaje
monstruo del lago Ness es un Kelpie, eso me perturba hasta cierto punto.
Ok, nivel 1, este es mi nivel mágico. La experiencia que se consigue, los desafíos, aumenta mi nivel y mi poder.
Déjame ver. Ok.
Tu guía de
So,
campo
sí.
registra el progreso
Eh,
actual.
¿En dónde veían los niveles que no vi?
Progreso actual, nivel página de campo, exploración, misiones, combate y sala de los menesteres. Al recoger tu primera página se desbloquea, bla bla bla.
Oye, me agrada el hecho de que el juego tiene muchas cosas que explorar.
Ujú. Cada desafío tiene niveles, al completar cada nivel obtienes recompensas especiales desde apariencias a mejoras importantes.
Ok.
Lentes
Me agrada.
formales, reclama menú.
Obviamente no lo puedo jugar ahorita, pero me agrada la cantidad de libertad
Aquí
que
está
tiene.
lo de los niveles, nivel 1.
Me imagino que vas subiendo nivel mientras vas con...
Mapa,
tienes hasta
misiones,
equipo, mapa...
colecciones,
Me imagino que
inventario.
equipo afecta todo, que si ropa y hasta la varita.
Espero.
Clever, isn't it?
Porque hasta donde entiendo el hecho de la varita, tu varita es una varita de segunda mano, ni siquiera es tu
Inside
varita
and
propia.
outside of the castle.
Sí, era una que me habían dado ahí para que no
Ujú.
tuviera limpio.
Me agrada mucho el ambiente, la
Sí,
música
¿verdad?
ambiental está brutal.
Es muy Harry Potter.
Sí.
Mira, se movió.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker.
Uy, las
Your
Flue Flames.
field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Dios santo, volvió el hipo.
A la izquierda del mapa donde lo tiene como... Selecciona la región Gran Escalera. Gran Escalera. Ok, en esta vista puedes ver la llama Flue que se encuentra disponible en esta región. Las llamas Flue verdes corresponden a las llamas que descubriste, incluyendo la sala común de tu casa. Las llamas Flue grises muestran ubicación de las llamas que no se han descubierto. Ok. Para viajar,
Básicamente
para viajar
es
rápido.
el viaje rápido, pero eso, o sea, viaje rápido, pero tienes que ir descubriendo.
Ujú. La profesora Weasley desbloqueó las llamas Flue del vestíbulo central para ti. Usa AD para girar y viajar rápido al vestíbulo central.
Básicamente lo que te acaban de decir es, este es el viaje rápido, tienes que descubrir los lugares.
Literalmente. Al menos hay viaje rápido.
And here we are. Quite the
Al
time
menos,
saver.
no tienes que lanzarte tu
These
ese peo
stairs
caminando.
lead directly to
Marico, y
Central
uno se
Hall.
pierde en este castillo. ¿Tú eres loco?
Es que eso, y escaleras se
Almost
mueven,
anywhere in
aquí
the
hay una
castle,
vaina
from
y
Central
otra.
Hall.
Está bonito esto, marico.
Always something happening here. It's
No,
the
en
heart of the
realidad me
Hall.
agrada
Our
mucho
King's
cómo se ve
Cross
todo.
Station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd
tenemos
like
clases.
to be sure you get
Okay.
to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Y sale Snape así dándote clases. ¿Tú crees que es mi loco?
Can you
Ya va,
tell
¿qué
me
haces
more
tú?
about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our
Professor
students'
Hecat.
education in that regard.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Ok.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time.
Tareas adicionales
Judging by
suena
your
a misiones
use of
secundarias.
Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded
Efectivamente,
in at
sí.
least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Station's crawling with the Arkham Knight's militia. We need to clear them out. We'll find the access point there gives me to hack into the transport network.
It's a surveillance drone.
Okay.
Intelligence. It's like flipping CCTV.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Estas misiones principales, elaborarse la historia, nuevas funciones, otorgar experiencia, algunas misiones están bloqueadas. Las misiones están bloqueadas por requerimientos de hechizos, niveles. En esos casos necesitarás obtener el nivel o los hechizos requeridos para activar la misión. Puedes conseguir nuevos hechizos al completar las tareas de los profesores o como recompensa de las misiones. Ok, continuar. Defensa contra las artes oscuras, leviosa y aquí. Que seguir misión.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Ok, misión completada, la mano viene de juego, la bruja encantada.
Is that all you've got? Bombard!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity. especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
A ver.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember? Good. Now, well done.
Ok, sirve como para desarmarlos.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
You're good.
Now perceptive. Thank you.
Protego. Stupid.
This can't be your first.
Stupid. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Can all my students for this again? I do enjoy a lively duel.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Revelio.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned?
Si quiero.
Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
Brattleby.
Till next time.
Thank you. Okay, shows me that.
Showing off is a muggle trick.
Revelio.
Ah, hay el tesoro ahí adentro, pero no puedo entrar. Got it.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Definitivamente. ¿Desde arriba? Sí. Ah, los fantasmas.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another.
Claro.
Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Estamos mal. Estamos mal.
Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Okay, aquí.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our new student start us off? Hmm? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment.
El encantamiento convoca
Think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes?
Okay.
Now, I could keep talking about theory. Very good. Stay focused. Splendid!
Okay.
Excellent control there. Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red.
Okay.
Clear?
Perfect. So, primero es reglas de la corte. Usa aquí primero que lo aprenda. Ok. Erga. Eres buena, carajita.
That is how it's done.
Niña.
Accio. Very good.
Let us see this. There we go.
Okay.
Nicely done. Watch this. Yes!
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Accio. Splendid! Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go.
Accio. Excellent control there.
Let us see this.
Está potente.
That is how it's done. Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Accio.
Well done. Be sharp. There we go.
Accio.
Not exactly your typical lesson, is it?
Oh,
Not that I
shit.
mind.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
A tight game. It turns out we were evenly matched. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian.